Let's start off on the Vito Chirco Variety Hour with Mr. Ernie Whitt, formerly of the Toronto Blue Jays, now a roaming instructor of the Philadelphia Phillies. And starting off with your playing career with the Blue Jays, 12 seasons, in fact, 2 playoff appearances in 85 and 89, and a one-time All-Star in 85. Talk about those playing days and what it meant to you to play so long with one organization.
Well, number one, I wouldn't change anything for the world. It was exciting. I was doing something that I loved doing, and I've just always liked competition, and I was able to do that for a number of years.
And now battling with the Tigers for division crowns in the American League East for all those years that you were with the Blue Jays, specifically in 84 and 87, the Tigers won the division both those years, went to the World Series in 84, won it all, as we all know, and then you battling against your hometown team, nonetheless. Talk about that and that experience and how weird it was, too, at times.
Well, it was a great rivalry. At the time, the late Bill LaJoy was the general manager of the Tigers, and he had said that he never, and it was in his opinion, that I would never make it past Double-A out of the minor leagues. So I use anything that's ever said negative about me, I've always tried to turn around and use it as a incentive for me to do better. And every time I played the Tigers, I used that just to prove him wrong. That, I did play parts of the team seasons in the big leagues, and I always enjoyed playing against the Tigers, especially in Old Tiger Stadium.
Now, it sounds like you wanted to beat up on your hometown Tigers then, as a result of the bitterness that you had a little bit. Is that true, Mr. Whitt?
No, I didn't want to beat up on them. I just wanted to do well. That's the biggest thing. The Tiger Stadium was a great hitter's ballpark for a left-handed full hitter, in which I was. And it was, in competition, that if I'm playing against you, I'm going to try to beat you. I don't care who you are.
Did you ever want to play for the Tigers, though, and Bill LaJoy? Did you ever have that chance to sign with the Tigers and to play for them at any point in your big league career?
I tried to go to them in 1986. That was the collusion. And basically, I asked just to give me what I made the year before, and he looked at me and said, "We can't do that." That was, at that point in time, I think I was the top-rated catcher in the American League. And so, just wasn't meant to be. Would I love to wear the old English DM like that? Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes. That's good to hear. I enjoy hearing that too, Mr. Whitt, as a big-time Tigers fan myself. And how about Mr. Padre, Tony Gwynn himself? Your greatest memory of his playing career, his Hall of Fame career with the San Diego Padres?
Just one of the best all-around hitters. You could never figure out how to get him out. He was just an individual which was very difficult to pitch to.
And now, with your current organization right now, the Philadelphia Phillies, what do you believe right now is the current direction? And could you see big names such as Cliff Lee and Chase Utley being dealt before or at this year's trade deadline?
Well, I don't know. I don't think Chase Utley will be traded. He's been the face of the Phillies for a number of years. I just don't see that happening. Cliff Lee, possible. But again, whoever takes him is going to have to eat a lot of the money in the contract. So, we all know that we're struggling this year. We're not really doing as well as we want to. If we're sellers at the deadline, then we can get some good young prospects, then I think that they would do that.
And then if it was your decision as well, Mr. Whitt, you would deal Cliff Lee, correct? But maybe not Chase Utley because of his long tenure in Philly, correct?
No, I wouldn't say it's correct. It just depends who we could get back in return.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't think that the Philadelphia Phillies are into a salary dumping mode. I think they're into a area where if they could trade one of their players and get a good couple of quality players in return, then I think that they would do that.
Now, your thoughts.
Trade just a dump salary.
Okay, fair enough. Don't want to dump the salary purely based on that, making a move based on that factor. So now tell me about the minor league system as it currently stands. In your current position, you see a lot of the minor league players. So what do you think is the current state of the Phillies minor league organization? Is it as bad as currently advertised, in your opinion?
It's not where we want to be. So we are constantly trying to make some improvements on it. And if we can make some trades with some of our upper level players to strengthen our minor leagues, then I think that they would do that.
Now, what's the next step in your managerial and or Major League Baseball coaching career? Could it be as a big league skipper one day? And is that the next chapter that you hope to take in your coaching career in the big leagues, Mr. Whitt?
I don't think that's what I'm looking for right now. I mean, if you were to ask me 5 to 6 years ago, I would have probably said yes. But right now, I enjoy what I'm doing. I am still managing the Canadian national team, which we have the Pan Am Games here in Toronto. And then we've got the World Baseball Classic again in another 3 years. So I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and we'll just, we'll take it year by year.
Now, how about the All-Star game last night? How fitting was it how Major League Baseball and the American League specifically honored Derek Jeter? Batting him leadoff, John Farrell did, and then having him come out like he did, Alexi Ramirez going out to get him.
I'm a big Derek Jeter fan. I mean, he's done a lot of stuff for me. I think he's been good for the game. He's kept his nose clean. He's just a good All-American ball player that has worked hard and has had a very successful career. And he deserves all the accolades that he got.
And who's the best player in your opinion in today's game then that can take over the status of Derek Jeter as that captain in Major League Baseball, as that go-to name that's a good, classy individual on and off the baseball diamond, in your opinion?
Well, at this point in time, I would probably say Mike Trout. There's an awful lot of young players that are showing themselves now. As last night in the All-Star game, we had 30 first-year players that played in the All-Star game. So, it's almost like the changing of the guard. But I think the Rolls Royce of all of them is Mike Trout.
And with that, Mr. Ernie Whitt, now of the Philadelphia Phillies and formerly the Toronto Blue Jays, thank you for all your time today on the Vito Chirco Variety Hour. And good luck the rest of the way this season, too, with your Phils.
Thanks, Phil.
All righty, and talk to you soon. Have a good one.
All right, Vito. Take care.
All righty, and that was indeed Mr. Ernie Whitt on the Vito Chirco Variety Hour. Thank you to him. And have a good one, everyone. God bless America.